Welcome back to another episode of Mic'd Up with Mac. In this episode, I'm traveling around my spring break with my Lonnie and Kiki to many different states. We start off here in Colorado, where we take the Cog Railroad up Pikes Peak.
Pikes Peak Summit!
Hottest made donuts in the world.
They're on my head. I was looking for my glasses. I got scared.
We didn't get to spend too much time up on the summit, but it ended up being a good thing as my Lonnie was experiencing some issues with the altitude. But we got to see a lot of beautiful sights, including the snow, and it really was an awesome experience. After Pikes Peak, we spent a couple more days in Colorado doing various things, including visiting a hot springs in a nearby town. Home.
The 22nd day of September.
First real time.
First burger in who knows how long.
This is Garden of the Gods. While we were at Garden of the Gods, we had the opportunity to see a herd of bighorn sheep.
This is me. Look at me. I'm on a rock.
And after that, we went to Manatee Springs, where we walked around and stopped into a bunch of different shops. And later that night, we experienced a sunset outside of my house. And then, the next morning, we were off to the next state. No. We got Duncan. Oh. Kebabs.
No.
Please hold on. This train is departing.
My Uncle Bob's down there.
Oh. We have confirmed that our bags are in fact on the plane.
Yeah.
So as you saw, we just stopped in Texas for a layover. We then got to see this plane flying next to ours, but we were off to the next state. We were met in South Carolina by our friend Kiki, where we then got to relax, make dinner with each other, and get ready for the next day, where we spent the day on the beach.
Watch me finish dinner today.
This was one of my first times on the East Coast, and also my first time going to the beach on the East Coast, so it really was a special time for me and my friends to just hang out. We had a picnic, and we also read books on the beach. Spent some time in the water. There were a bunch of sandbars we could walk to. So it really just was overall an amazing experience. They just called her princess. I am shivering my booty off after housing this ice cream.
She's wearing leggings.
After a night of walking around town, we got temporary tattoos, and then we shopped around on one of the main drives in Charlotte.
They're so cute.
We also went to famous monuments around the town, including the Pineapple Fountain, and we also got to see Rainbow Road, which was another famous landmark that you'll see right here. We also got to eat and enjoy some fresh seafood, which was one of the first times I had that. We also decided to do another day of beach. I got an incredible sunburn, and after that we were flying back to Phoenix, and on our way to Phoenix we headed to another state. And overall, this trip was just such an incredible time spent with friends, and I will always look back on this trip fondly. Nashville, Tennessee ended up being our last layover, which was the first time I had ever set foot in Tennessee. But with that, we were headed back to Phoenix. And with that concludes my episode. Thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribing and tuning in to more of my videos.